Welcome to Onivia Highlights.
I mean, I also think
these
that
are the
in
best
these fights,
highlights
the first
from
kill
the
is going to be so important
LTA
for both
North.
sides. If resets for Viego,
Spring
resets for
2025.
resets for
to
the R.
evolve to the 150 IQ 2018 The Shy, where he's just going for the solo kill anyway, despite being aware of all the information.
Yeah, just outplay it. But Isles is here. Q flash, as is Tomo. Sniper likely to get taken down, but he gets the first blood in a 1v3. What a monster sniper. River cleared as many camps, or even more still at this point, and then goes to the Dragon, so had a lot more tempo.
The things that he's able to do with the Ignite early on, pressuring Renekton in an early laning phase, as we're going to see a dive now onto Surdy, try to put him farther down.
Yeah, Surdy pre-pops the ultimate, but there's the hook from Ayla. They have it set up, and Ayla is just tanking this up. There's no way out, it feels like, for Surdy. Lives as long as he can, but the Aftershock Nautilus can tank that tower for a long time.
For sure, and Tale of Two Ganks right there, right? That was a Renekton with ultimate, a three-man dive, perfect CC chain. Renekton can't do really anything about it unless he's able to somehow flash the first CC. And Sniper now, let's see if they can dive him this time.
Yeah, they're looking for it. Sniper in some trouble now, trying to outplay this with the ulti. Isles is tanking up. Shaden's in trouble, but they will make it happen. 4 members come down. Katie was not needed, but they're looking for a potential redive here now onto Surdy. River was tanking this up. They've got to reset this tower and try to go for it one more time. Ayla is going to be the one to start it up now with the depth charge. There it is. The stun to follow gets burst down. Not a chance to survive. Ezreal cannot connect on the other. Have the opportunity to contest. They are walking in. Quid now here does spot the health on the Dragon. It's quite low, though. I think they're going to be able to finish it, but the question is, can they win the fight afterwards? River's there, not quite in time. There's the stun on Shaden. Shaden going to get hooked, and there's the depth charge going on Tomo. Tomo doesn't get over the wall, and now he's rooted. He does cleanse. He has no flash. He didn't shift over the wall, so he's in a bad spot now. In comes River, but it's actually FBI that finishes off the kill. They look like they want even more. River now shifting over the wall, showing Tomo how to do it. Surdy and Isles are going to get pinned down here. It's 4 members. Here they come.
Wave coming in. Isles and Surdy. Surdy, no ult. Flash a couple seconds away.
Yeah, they're going to start it up. Ayla lands the hook there. He's tanking the tower. They're going to try to turn it around. Nice crash down. The ultimates come through. Surdy is in trouble. So is Isles, but the tower's getting a lot of work done. River is going to fall. That's 2 kills for Dignitas. And is Quid going to be able to finally finish off Surdy here? He doesn't have the right angle. Sniper wants to try to make it happen. They do finally finish it off. It's a 2 for 2, though.
Come in on the side, don't really end up impacting anything until the dive. And as you mentioned, when Ezreal doesn't shift over the wall, it just ensures that he's going to die. Here, I thought Surdy did a nice job delaying the minions, healing up a bit with a big Q, and the fact that Rel was able to tank so much damage.
They do deny the Herald, and they're going to get a tier 1 bot. This is great for Dig.
Absolutely awesome sequence. Surdy's the biggest fan of this, actually getting a little bit back in the game, because Sniper was grouped that entire time, so Sniper was not getting any gold. 100 Thieves have good setup for this Drake right now, so even if the fight happens, the setup before the hands check is actually very advantageous for them.
Absolutely. Shaden again on the side. Kaney does arrive with the teleport. Are they going to be able to force it? It looks like the Dragon's already gone, so 100 Thieves can just back off. Nice true shot barrage. The charm connects on FBI. FBI's in a lot of trouble. Tomo going to be targeted as well, but Shaden in the back line trying to take down FBI. He's going to be able to do it. Shaden's got to run now on the other side. It's Ayla, Sniper, and River. Very low. The health bar for Shaden is just low enough, but he can't quite get taken down. Surdy is going to be able to help the rest of his team get another kill. Now finally they take down Shaden. It's River on the side running. Tomo side brushes. Both teams just poking and fighting and trying to clear out wards.
Thinking about a snap engage. Sniper just made his way up to the top side, but the team
is going to be a hook onto Tomo. Great buffer. There's the Chains of Corruptions connecting on Tomo, so Tomo maybe not out of trouble just yet. Isles going to turn around with the Magnet Storm on a Quid. Quid could be the target now. The charm does connect, and he's going to be shut down there by Tomo. The teleport's coming in now. Gwen will arrive, and what can Sniper get done? He doesn't connect. He's going to get stunned up, but he's going to get burst down. Sniper is gone to Surdy. River is on the run. Dignitas is running over the fight. The charm connects on FBI. He charms. He flashes, but it's in Surdy trying to get another kill. The locket is not going to be enough as Shaden gets in for a double. Ayla is likely to fall as well. It's going to be a clean ace for Dignitas.
Looking at the way they started this, they see Sniper on the top wave. They know he won't be there in a while, and Quid is in the river, so they just completely pile onto him. And once they've started the fight, there is no turning back. 100 Thieves then continues to all in as Sniper teleports in late, but by the time he teleports in, his team has already burned all their important cooldowns. They can't back him up, and it just leads to a total rout by Dignitas.
Backline there for Sniper. Can they get the kill? There's the immunity used for Shaden, and Shaden's just going to get chopped in half. There's the reset now coming in for the Viego. FBI on the other side fighting against Isles. It's going to be Surdy in the backline trying to finish off Quid, but Quid is low health, and Quid is running for his life. The flash, the charm, River saves his teammate. 100 Thieves, they fight themselves into a deficit, and they fight themselves back out.
That's 100 Thieves Gaming, is kind of the engage. He draws them in as the teleport flies in over the top, so Gwen ends up being the first one to the fight, creating a temporary 5v4. You can see Quid only burn through about half of his...
Fury gets a lot of damage done with that, and it's always flashy to see, you know, he gets the second kill on the Ahri and then flashes over the wall, gets the charm on Surdy to save his mid laner, and be able to get that too. And now they are cleaning up the towers, as the Baron buff will often let you do. Kaney down here in this bottom lane, excuse me, in the top lane, trying to push for this tier 2, and is trying to get some gold. Yeah, if you can get one good pick to start off the fight, get 100-0 play, you have an opportunity, but that is, of course, hard. Charm is going to be a little bit of damage down on Quid, but there's a Seekers now on Quid. There's a shield to be able to go toe-to-toe, have the same level of firepower, and they are very far down right now. Shaden should be able to hop out to safety, but Quid is over the wall on the wrong side. Could they actually find him?
No
Charm flash. Can they burst him down?
Quid.
The Seekers is available, but he's going to get stunned. He's going to get killed. Jumps off on the wrong side of town and gets let know about that right by Dig.
No Baron buff alive, but it does allow Dig to reestablish this large amount of control.
And the question is, can they go for more, right? Because now you're in a 5v4 for 20 seconds. If 100 Thieves overextend and you get more kills, you never know. The CC chain was really, really nice, though. Charm flash, right as it's about to expire, they get the stun. They don't let them have a chance to get into that zone.
I mean,
Outers are feeling pretty good about their position in this game, but we'll see if they can get a good setup on this. Dignitas are 5 stacked here. They're going to look, and the charm does connect, and it's going to be an insta-kill onto Ayla. Quid now in a lot of trouble again. He's going to get stunned up. Can he even get the stasis off? He does. As Shaden goes in, call the pack to be popped. River gets a kill back, and now he's going to be in the Crocodile, and he's going to be looking to take over, but he's charmed up as well. These charms are just hitting and hitting. Continue to run. They're going to try to knock him off with the Weaver's Wall. They're still hitting this. This is incredibly risky, and River's now down to half HP. I don't think they can actually commit to this. They might lose the fight even if they get the smite, but they're going to go for it anyway, and the target is River. The Baron's incredibly low, but it's not about the Baron. Quid's in trouble. Sniper on the side trying to get something done, but it's going to be Kaney that's being focused. FBI kiting, FBI killing, FBI taking over. It's a triple. Can he get more? He's looking for the quadra, but Shaden's going to get over the wall. He's drawn this pressure, and Kaney's pushing top lane. He's going to jump in. The Dragon's still too high, so he's going to have to flash back out. Can he get back over? Doesn't quite get in range. Tries to go for it. Is going to give his life. The soul is claimed by 100 Thieves. That was some risky stuff. Kaney does cancel his recall, hits the charm, so should be able to ult out to save the game. But of course, close fights can still extend the game here. These objectives also just go down so fast this late, and someone's got to answer Sniper.
And the thing that 100 Thieves hasn't been able to do is...
They're going to look for it here. Isles is caught. He's going to get burst down, I think. He flashes, but he can't get anywhere. FBI is dominating. Kaney TP's in, and now that means no one's answering Sniper. He didn't even have to join, so they're going to have to run back and try to stop Sniper. But this means 100 Thieves will take the Baron. That pick on Isles was massive.
Yeah, and Sniper just running for the hills now as Dignitas.
He's trying to TP. Is he going to be able to stop him? He didn't have the hallowed mist up. He's going to get charmed, and he's likely to get burst down. A 1K shutdown there for Kaney. It's a 5v4. Dominance pop by Surdy. They're going to look for the engage. Flash, stun. Quid's in trouble. Can they follow up? In goes Shaden into the back line, trying to finish him off. But it's going to be River taking down Surdy, and the Crocodile is on the other team. FBI stepping forward. Lethal tempo stack, trying to make it happen. He flashes. He tries to go for the outplay, but he can't do it. He's taken down, and it's Dignitas again who come out on top in the fight.
They're clutching it out. They're keeping the game going. They're back on the Elder. 18,000 health. I don't know if this is done, Azael. Sniper at level 18 might fly over the wall and arrive with River to fight this.
He's going in. He still has the Howl Miss. He's getting the stacks. He's going to look with the ulti. Can he actually chase down Shaden? Kaney flashes. He tries to look for the charm, but he can't make it happen. Shaden goes over the wall. Tomo tries to, but he's dead as he arrives on the other side. The fights just keep on coming, and 100 Thieves get the kills, but they're saying, you know what? Shaden might just come back. We can't actually start it up.
Slow.
He's going to base. They will be able to claim the Elder, but 100 Thieves were taking no chances after this wild game. Not Baron buffs, though, so it is just going to be possible to wave clear this out, and that's really all Dignitas have to do. The Taliyah Weaver's Wall is going to get thrown down, though, and they are going to be able to step up and claim this first inhibitor tower. Meanwhile, though, Dignitas will clear out the mid wave. Ayla's going to be looking here. They have to give up one inhibitor, but if they can hold on to the second, it's really not that big of a deal this late in the game. Doesn't look like they'll be able to do that, though, as that tower just gets melted through by Sniper, who has the death cap complete, and 100 Thieves are trying to posture for a potential end of the game.
They're going to run out of minions very soon, so Sniper's going back to grab that minion. If they just get another hook, though.
Well, the hook connects, but Ayla flashed out to safety there. He was worried about a charm coming back, so he had to actually flash after landing the hook. Definitely going to make you a bit nervous there, but they are now onto the towers, and it's going to be a fight that has to be forced. Those towers just cannot stand up. Kaney is getting chunked down already. That's, oh my god, that Gwen ulti. But look at the crash down from Miles. Everybody, they're all going to have to pile in from Dignitas. Can they win the fight? Sniper's low in the backline. Kaney looking for the charm. He can't hit it, and 100 Thieves are crushing the dreams of Dignitas on the steps of the fountain. It's a double for River. He'll fall, but Quinn and the rest of the team have more than enough to get the job done. The charm is going to be cleansed. The Nexus is going to be taken. It's an absolute banger, back and forth, blood and stuff. But it's also, you know, like the Nico ban I think was good, because when we think about what the classic answers have been in the LTA, it's often been long-range ADC, and yeah, not going to risk going for that double crab, as Ayla's going to go in onto Tomo. Tomo does use a cleanse, but he's going to get ignited after. He gets satcheled back in. Beautiful placement by FBI. One more auto is going to finish him off. The flash out, trying to get to safety, but is he in the pit? He's going to get taken down. That's first blood for FBI. Well played in the 2v2 to them. Isles gets one. Yeah, that is really tough, and when you look mid lane, you realize that Quid actually forced the earlier reset from Kaney in this melee versus range matchup. That is also tough, but in comes Kaney, maybe going to look for the solo kill, just gets it. Quid disrespectful, sees the teleport coming in, just says, you know what?
Really vicious cycle where the Lily flies ahead of you, and so far River has stopped that from happening.
Yeah, 3 and 4, as you said, in LTA North, and then globally it's about 48% in top 4.
Level 6 Alistair just wants to
He's
power
level
through
6. We'll see. Can FBI actually flash the combo? He's going to try to look for it. He just realized, you know what? Not even worth flashing. I am just dead. Spells. So if he flashed, he would just die right after. They're going to look, though. Tokyo Drift. In comes River, and Ayla 3v1 mid lane is going to get one back, and it's a shutdown there for Quid, because they don't have eyes on him, so they know he could be around. The teleport's going to come in, but River is here as well. He's going to go straight into the pit against Surdy, but can they actually collapse in onto Quid? Quid could be in some trouble. There's the Ziggs ult into the backline. Soul Unbound goes over the wall, but Quid is going to have to snap back, and Quid is going to get taken down. Sniper can go in and does get a kill back on Tomo. Flashes over the wall back to his team, so it's a 1-for-1, and they should be able to grab the dragon. Honestly, good job by Sniper being able to kind of bail his...
Herald fight would have been difficult.
Oh, Tomo in trouble now. He's going to have to try to flash. He does have the cleanse available, but he's not going to be able to do anything with that. The two-man sleep does come through. The satchel charge builds some space, but in flashes Isles to try to take down FBI. FBI has a flash of his own, though, and does get out. Ayla now using the Zenith Blade to taxi to the Alistar to get back to safety as well. Dignitas get nothing there, and all the while, Sniper is pushing bot, Surdy is pushing top, but the race for first tower is going to be won by 100 Thieves.
So one objective away from getting the feat upgrade, but this is the type of game state that 100 Thieves wants with this team composition, is spread out as possible, play wide, find really happy with that sequence of play.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling really good about it. Kaney now could be in some trouble again. Yeah, no flash. And Soul Unbound is there. He's knocking him down low. The snapback's going to kill him. Ayla comes in, does cost him his summoners, but going to be happy about that kill. Shaden now fishing with the bowling ball. Doesn't actually connect on him, but it's going to be Surdy connecting with the public execution, and River is going to be going down. Surdy claims his first kill of the game.
Pretty nice counterattack there from Dig. The first play, it's exactly
really
what we're
didn't accomplish too much, and now 100 Thieves are going to be the first one to actually pull the trigger. They're starting up the dragon.
This is interesting. I thought 100 Thieves would push bot first, but they're teleporting in early and just going all in on the Drake, and now they have a flank from Camille.
Oh, Surdy's just teleporting straight into the pit. Can they actually find him? Isles is going to hex flash over the wall. There's going to be a flip here. It's going to be claimed by River, but how will the fight go? Sniper in the back line. He finds Tomo. Tomo's in a world of hurt. Ayla falls down first, but can they actually get out? Tomo's still standing. Tomo surviving. Going to get finished off by River. Sniper flashes out to safety. Quid is going to get back in there. FBI pelting him with bomb after bomb after bomb. But Kaney, Surdy, Shaden charging forward, looking for more. The public execution is going to take down one. Surely Quid and 100 Thieves are on the run, but they can't get out. Sniper trying to get out here is incredibly low. He's going to get finished off as well, but not before FBI kills off the Alistar on the other side.
Have a long fight. He will carry that fight. He's doing so much damage here.
Yeah, I mean, Lilia versus 4 melees is... That
kind
is
of a dream
ideal.
situation.
It is absolutely a dream situation, but now the CC going to be chaining down onto Caney. That's more of a spots again and again, but the public execution over the wall is going to connect onto Sniper, and the teleport's coming in. There's the lilting lullaby. Sniper is going to be dead to rights. River has got to run. The backup came in for Dignitas. It's the Goon Squad. They're going to take down River. They're going to grab a double for Surdy, and it leads right to the Otacon.
And Shaden speaks here. He says they're still in the series. This was them just finding the play. He is still so strong right now. Even if they didn't have everyone collapsing, I still feel like they win that little skirmish, but the Otacon is going to give them that big boost of combat power. We'll see if FBI can get the gold a little bit closer by taking the turret while this Otacon goes down.
Yeah, they do get 2 towers. They take down the tier 1 top, tier 1 mid, so that is something for them, but still, Dignitas, really big win. Some of these squishy carries. He will be able to 100-0 them, but at the same time, you get CC'd up, you are going to die in a hurry as well. 100 Thieves do have this 4-man squad over here, and Sniper still on the side, as you touched on. Quid playing through mid lane. They're trying to land the poke with the Ziggs.
Surdy is really fed, so he's able to mark
FBI
Sniper.
got tagged. They're going to flash in on him. He's going to get hit here by Isles, but there's no follow-up whatsoever. And Ayla's in the back line on Shaden. Shaden's going to be taken down as Quid and Sniper flying in, but it's going to be River now trying to turn around here onto Surdy. The bombs are missing. It's Sniper in trouble. Sniper trying to survive, but he's going to get taken down by Surdy. He goes unstoppable. Quid trying to make it happen, but they don't have the juice. The public execution over the wall takes out FBI. Surdy is going crazy on the M-Pesa.
These fights are so sick. They're just absolutely at the back end. Dragon stands, by the way, so they're going to be coming back for another one. Watching the beginning of this fight, it is Dig who trigger pulls first, trying to one-shot
would go over to the Dragon, and this could just be dead. Ayla stuns up Shaden. He's peeled off. They're going to be able to get a heist here. They throw out the Glacial Prison. It doesn't connect. They do claim the Baron, but can Dignitas get the fight? Quid tries to go over the wall, but he's going to get knocked back, and River has got to run. He's incredibly low, but he's going to be put to sleep, and this might be the last sleep for him. The Ziggs ulti comes through, tags up multiple members. Quid ults over the wall. It is the Baron for just one. A big win for 100 Thieves.
Nice little sneak of gold right there, subverting expectations. Rather than running it back for Soul, it's a nice call to just start the Baron. Dig was doing a slow approach towards Drake because they were worried about a snap engage, and it means they're just a little bit late to that Baron fight. It got really close, though. I saw either it was the Smite or the Shock Blast took that Baron to sub 100 health. So it would have been an absolute disaster if they didn't secure that. But now that the Hex Strike Drake goes over and the Baron is, and then move to get the Drake.
We're back to live, and
Katie's down again.
Katie's just gone. Ayla has been really active on the map here, moving around well. Did a great job peeling Shaden off that Baron, and then again finding Kaney. I feel like he has been involved in almost every single Kaney death this game, and now with the Baron, they are pushing up.
I mean, Dig's got to defend. Surdy was trying to push in that top lane turret, but it's a Baron minion with Ziggs and no Jace. He's going to have to completely abandon that split push.
I mean, their wave clear is terrible, right? So maybe the call is, you know what, we can't defend, so we're going to have to give up some of these outers. They're giving up a tier 2 bot. They lose the tier 2 mid, so now the gold lead is really evaporating here. It's down to 100 gold. Was helpful from one bomb there getting thrown in by FBI. Shock Blast getting traded back onto Quid. They do have that mid lane prio, but 100 Thieves are just going to drop it, and they are looking for Ayla. Ayla going to flash in, try to turn around onto Surdy. Surdy flashed out to safety, but Sniper is in the back line. He's looking for Tomo. Can he actually take him down? On the other side, it's going to be Quid, and Quid gets put to sleep, but he buffers it with his ulti, and go to sleep Lilia instead. 100 Thieves are taking over here. The GA traded out for Sniper, but Sniper does not care. Quid does not stop, and Dignitas will fall and lose the soul, and maybe even lose the game. We'll see. These respawn timers are so incredibly long. They're just going to flash in and try to take down Isles, and with that and these incredibly long respawn timers, I think they might have done it.
Dreaded run from it. 100 Thieves team fighting always arrives. They might be able, with the Ziggs, to take down these turrets and win the game. They don't even go for Soul Azale. I think they have done it.
I think so too. Tomo's not up for 15 seconds. 100 Thieves, they make it exciting. They keep it close, and just like that, they flip the switch. They turn on a time, and they take you out in the team fight. They're going to take down Dignitas 2-0 and claim their spot in playoffs.
The match score doesn't do this series justice. It was so close from start to finish, but it is 100 Thieves.
Because they've rounded it out. Both these comps honestly look quite good to me. So game number 1 here, does look like we've got some pretty even
That
footing.
enables Blabber to have control over the river to try to secure the crab, but it's going to be a fight for the crab. Neither jungler has their smite. So this is going to come down to a full-on brawl, potentially. Both top laners also at about half HP. Audieland wants to start it up here with the third talent strike onto Thanatos, and there's the Flame Spitter. A ton of damage to the Cloud9. First blood over to LYON, as Audieland is still alive, trying to turn it back around onto Blabber. Licorice flashing away, needs a little bit more damage. Sane has made his way up to the fight, and LYON just got 2-0 up here on the top side river. Now Loki wants to get one back. Licorice has already flashed, so he's going to die there. Loki still trying to get another. Flashes over the other way back towards the river, but now he's going to die too. Feet of Warfare claimed. 4 minutes.
And so they do cover here, and at least allows him that little bit of out, even though he had to take the kind of suboptimal recall before. Like Cloud9 are going to say, we'll make a play somewhere else.
Oh, Saint getting caught off guard as Loki makes the engage here with a Shurima shuffle. Blabber ready to follow him up, but here comes LYONs on the defense. LYON rallying the troops, bringing everybody together. They're going to keep their mid laner alive as Blabber is now the sacrifice.
Sky, so he's got that extra auto attack crit at the beginning, and it just gives you so much survivability in the skirmishes when you get your attacks off on the individual champs. Licorice, though.
Thanatos going in looking for Licorice. Doesn't find him there with the public execution. The Rumble's got to try to get away, but Vulcan's ready to back him up. Thanatos grabbing a critical kill here for C9. As
very frequently here. Objective is up, so they're in. They're going to start it up. Audieland, no problem there, so they're going to start burning that down. And while Cloud9 fish around, you know, let's see what kind of cross map could we get. At least there's a crab up here. Oh, they're teleporting. They're going to try and dive. Can they actually stop the recall, though? Saint cancels it himself. Now he's surrounded.
Yeah, he's going to try to get away from this one, but Blabber and Vulcan both ready to try to stop him. Blabber stepping away from the seismic shove. Saint taking a ton of damage here, but honestly not enough. C9, they try to make the move, but with only a Sejuani and a Rakan, you don't have the threat you need. Loki tries to go in for the engage, but Saint with a flash out keeps himself alive yet again. Cloud9 now finding themselves overextended behind enemy lines as Loki just gets cooked. C9 go for a sloppy play and get punished. Hina flashes over the wall, ready to keep him slowed down here with a volley. Saint arrives, but he's completely out of mana. There's nothing left here for the seismic shove. Audieland wants more damage onto Thanatos, and a beautiful equalizer welcomes him to hell. It's the red carpet. A big value one yet. A lot of them have come very close, but just slightly off.
Yeah, if Thanatos was truly window shopping there, that would have been a sick one. I like still going for those, you know.
Yeah.
I thought Sparks of brilliance from this team at moments in the LTA, but it would be a tremendous feat if they could take down Cloud9 here in a best-of-3 in stage number 2. We're a long way from that actually happening.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of work to do, but they are taking the necessary steps here. Licorice and Audieland continue to push on bottom side, and since they got the Void Grubs, even though they give over Rift Herald, they already got the outer turret on bottom, and they're going to force down the secondary turret too. Secondary turrets worth so much more for your team. Really, really effective here for LYON to continue pushing through and get the extra gold value. Be a little bit more cautious because mid tower is so low. LYON could just force mid tower first before Dragon and then use mid priority to be able to leak down into the Dragon. Looks like they will just do that. This thing goes down super easy. And so now it's very hard for Cloud9 to even approach Dragon, and they might just have to give it up.
Yep, C9 doesn't have everybody in the neighborhood. Vulcan just recalled right there anyway, goes back to base, gets himself a quick shop as LYON going to go ahead and start up the objective. It looks like you're right, man. I don't think Cloud9 is too interested in this. Instead, they're just going to take the opportunity with LYON down in the bottom side river, use the Herald mid, try to guarantee the tier 1 turret take. I believe it needs a little bit more damage for the Herald to actually get the kill. Nope, not quite. Had just enough to take it down. Nicely done there. So C9 is going to trade evenly on those tier 1s mid, but it does come at the cost
These
of
dangerous scenarios, because Braum ult also being down. Wait a second. Thanatos just used the Ambessa ult. They couldn't quite catch him.
Oh boy, a TP coming in. C9 looking for their moment here. Audieland could be the pick. Tries to get back over the wall. Nice shuffle from Loki. Tosses him right back over when the shutdown goes in for Thanatos. Saint arrives, but it might be a little too late to do anything. Now Loki's going to get caught out, and I'm dead wrong, and Loki's just dead. Saint continuing the chase as C9 keeps falling back. A 1-for-1 trade. Mid laner for jungler. LYON, make sure they go down swinging.
Yeah, Azir goes in for the sweep at the top of that fight anyway, so everybody basically resets after 1-for-1 trade. And now we look at, okay, we have to keep some vision of Otacon, but Everybody knows it's pretty dangerous. Sven, though.
Here we go again. They once again want to target the enemy AD carry. Saint jumps in there. Nice use of the seismic shove. The follow-up is there. And without the cleanse, even with the flash, Sven LYON's trying to keep Vulcan away. Blabber also nearby, ready to smite fight for this. Thanatos has just taken the blast cone over the wall. Sven just now making his way out of the base to try to get up here and join this fight. The Thornbound Otacon is already claimed by LYON, and now they've got to try to disengage. Audieland and Licorice both at the tail end of the escape, but everybody on LYON gets out.
To come fight the dragon as well. Licorice has teleport on the Rumble. They could join.
Okay, C9 on the Dragon, starting it up first, ready to just DPS this thing down. They've already got it down to 1/3, but Audieland is ready to contest. LYON's bringing in a TP. The Weaver's Wall arrives. Saint has made his way into the pit. The Drake is claimed, however, by Blabber and Cloud9. A nice equalizer comes down on most of the C9 roster, but it's Thanatos causing trouble, putting the pressure on the Saint as Henna's already been shut down, but they trade it back for Sven. Thanatos drops next, and LYON are scrambling and winning the fight. Loki gets the kill on Saint. A double kill over to Blabber, though, as C9 have lost 3. LYON have lost 3. There's only 2 men left standing on either side.
Blabber.
And now Blabber may have overstayed his welcome to kill a couple of minions. Brother, you do not have a tier 2 turret. That thing got killed a while.
See if they can get a pick. Seismic shove.
They want the seismic shove, and they find it onto Vulcan. A lot of damage, but not enough to kill him here at the very start. He uses the quickness defensively to try to get away, as Audieland now has to want to escape as Blabber leads the charge, and Thanatos has found the flank, but now he's in the middle of everybody. He dies before he can do anything. Loki wants to get the shovel, but now he's dead too. Cloud9 have already lost both solo laners. Vulcan now drops. Everybody in C9 jerseys ain't breathing no more. Sven, the last man standing. A triple kill for Henna. A beautiful trap laid and sprung by LYON. Pays off.
Great defense from LYON there, defending around the Talia, and Saint had an arm guard. That arm guard bought some extra time. The Braum ult goes off. LYON are able to defend that dive that was kind of surgical from Cloud9. They get all the kills on the way out, and that's going to be not only the Dragon Flowers, that is Baron as well. LYON Gaming, they are doing it.
Huge moves from LYON. That was beautiful. I was wondering, how are they going to see how much gold they can add to that with these tier 2s that are still standing. This first one up here in top lane will be taken out. As you can see, Saint applying the split pressure over in mid while Sven tries to defend that. Thanatos was just getting the wave shoved up in bottom to prevent any additional pressure there. Saint still hanging around in the enemy jungle. Blabber is looking for the chance at a flank here, but keep in mind that if C9 goes for anything, the Weaver's Wall, there it is, can still come up and try to stop their defense. Audieland jumps in on Vulcan, but it's only to buy enough time for the rest of the team to knock the turret over. LYON has cracked the base.
Yep, nice. At least get their own buffs for themselves. I believe Blabber should be able to get the red buff for them too, so that is very important once you're past that 25-minute mark, because the buffs going on to every team member is actually fairly high combat power. LYON, though, right back to pushing duty with their Baron. They get another tower, and Licorice is up to the bot. It's better to not even go for sweep plays and just try and DPS from the back line and play it a little bit safer, a little bit slower. Ooh, Ash Arrow dodged there. Sven able to juke it with the Valk.
And Henna's already critically low on HP. LYON bungling their engage here as Cloud9 has total control over the pit. Audieland has already lost Hysterics. LYON, they really wanted to stop him. They really wanted to try to get the soul, but it all ends up falling apart as now Licorice might just get picked off by Thanatos. The stasis buys him a little bit of extra time, so Vulcan's quickness can't follow it up properly. But the soul point is now the status for both teams. Aware of what's happening, then can fall back.
Yeah, everything's spent on Blabber. Now Cloud9 going to go for it.
Oh, Vulcan botches his own engage. The quickness doesn't connect, and now Henna's on a rampage. Blabber has to try to get away. C9 just completely handed it to him, and LYON with a kill on the jungler, a kill on the support. Now they're going to get a kill on their second Baron of the game, 17-7. LYON feeling good.
Cloud9 thought they were safe. There was no more Rumble Ultimate Flowers, and they go in and they just get kneecapped right in front of Baron.
Boom.
That is ideal for LYON. Another fight right by the Baron. They instantly pick it up, and they're going to push in to destroy the base. Inhibitor here is going to fall very quickly. They've got Saint with teleport pushing through mid. The Talia actually is going to go bottom side to push that wave even quicker.
Oh,
is he going to Talia wall towards the Azir? He's chasing Azir down while the rest of the team ends the game.
They're going going straight for the Nexus turrets. The first one's already down. The teleport's coming back from Loki to try to defend the second. Lion's four-man super minions spawning. They've got the Baron for another 45 seconds. They're going to try to use it to force down the tier 3 turret over here. As Loki gets caught out, he's instantly dead. Vulcan isn't close enough to try to save him with the Mikhails. The Mikhails is actually still on cooldown from earlier. And Lion with a pick on the Cloud9 mid laner. Now with a 5v4, knocking on the door to the Nexus itself. The Equalizer puts pressure on Sven, who has to try to Valk away. The remaining members of Cloud9 want to stand and fight, but Vulcan and Blabber are already down to 10% HP. A little bit more damage will finish the job. Lion are gonna take this first game, 20-7. They're up 1-0 against C9.
Lion, they've done it. Game number 1.
Champions.
Renata really does change the way that some of these like shorter range kind of all-in comps work. So, I mean, it is a clutch pick and going in again.
Oh, Fate Sealed arrives from Loki and Blabber's ready to follow it up. Saint wants to get away, but Loki stands in the way of it. Saint survives with 100 HP as Blabber puts him to sleep at the very end of it. He hits level 6 in the middle of the fight, and Blabber is first on the board.
That was nice. And minions. He's going to be able to clap that last range one there, gets his level 6, and go to sleep under tower. Blabber uses the flash to finish it off quite nicely. And they also have...
Vulcan tackles over the wall. Audieland and Lions in a bit of a bad spot now. Licorice needs to pop the Dominus, ready to join up on the fight. Vulcan locked up, beat down. Ruthless Predator claims a victim, and Licorice makes it a winning trade for Lion.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, okay, he's still at 0 mana, so...
Dude, he really wants all these... Oh, the Fate Sealed Saint! Man, we were just talking about how this felt a little...
Over to the Dragons as well. They can just go over here and help Audieland out with the objectives on top of it. So, bot lane doing their job quite nicely for Lion so far, and that will be Dragon number 2, and it will be objective number 3, Flowers.
Ruling item in League of Legends forever, and for good reason. It is
we got
so
a skirmish
powerful.
possibility.
Vulcan showing up. Oh, a beautiful stoppage on the chains comes out from Vulcan with a steadfast presence.
And now on the side of Lion. And so Vulcan comes in, the hero. Meanwhile, with all that focus on the party room, Flowers.
And now back up in the attic, they knocked over one of the support beams. That was actually really clutch for Cloud9. They took their matchups and winning them in a strong enough way that Lion is going to have to start sending some help over there. As Henna puts a lot of spears into Blabber, a little bit more damage might just get this done. The Rend is his end as Henna gets a kill critically there to try to keep Lion in this game as Cloud9 keeps building leads.
I always think it's comical when somebody pops out of the Rift Herald and then instantly dies. Henna was like, "Where are you going, Bambi? Get over here." Henna chasing him down. Blabber jumps in, he's like, uh-oh. Henna's right next to me now. Henna was hopping on over to the ejection site, and Blabber wanted to get his ulti on.
Baron
Void energy.
Irradiated the crab, and then
Baron
became
leaks.
Shelly. Oh, Henna in trouble. Vulcan dives in with a steadfast presence, and Loki follows it up with a Fate Sealed. Henna wants to try to get one back onto Vulcan and use the bailout, but he can't quite do it in time. It's still a 1-for-1 trade as Vulcan falls, but it's not fast enough
to play around it. You got all the meatballs, Flowers you're talking about. Group up and make engages for Henna right now. See if you can get chase down kills. He is the person on 2-item power spike. They're going topside with 3 members.
Twisted advance to lock up Loki, follows it up with a handshake, but where's the damage? Saint's the only man that does damage, and he needs to do a little bit more than he's doing right now. Saint picks up the kill. Loki drops. Now Saint, Audieland, and Lion's got to get away. You could see right there that Blabber wanted to...
Lion are starting up the Otacon, though. This is definitely dangerous.
Okay, Lion are really pushing it. Let's see if C9 can try to stop them. The Lilia throws the bowling ball in, but it only finds the objective itself. But now Licorice has been caught out in the river. The Crocodile needs to try to get away from this. He's just distracting C9 while the Thornbound Otacon is claimed by Lion. Now Loki's arrived, but he's all alone. He tries to go after Licorice, but his Fate Seal can't make it back over the wall. Loki dies. Saint picks up the kill. Now Vulcan goes over to try to get something back, and the bullet time can't get any kills. It's a disaster for Cloud9. C9, and LYON finds a miracle at Otacon.
LYON are gonna do it again, Flowers. This is actually crazy from them. They've got the Dragon Soul point. They've got the Otacon Flowers. They want Blabber himself.
Oh, they hit him with a handshake, and now they got the smite too. Hostile takeover, and that deer is out of here.
Ocean Soul, I've heard.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay told me that one himself. So
They're going to have some water to wash down the meatballs as Saint steals away the Fate Sealed. A lot of Callista Spears into the Dragon here already. Saint trying to do a little bit of damage to Vulcan as the bullet time flies through, does a ton of damage over to LYONs. LYON scrambling to try to take the fight now as they secure the Ocean Soul. Vulcan tries to run away off to the side, and Loki is already down in the fight. LYON staying alive. Blabber locked up in the middle of everybody as Cloud9 completely falls to pieces, and LYON are the ones swinging the hammer. 10-4 game. Ocean Soul 2,000 gold lead. LYON roar to life.
Honor, Henna, and Lions. Holy moly, this bottom lane is clutch. They are carrying it. They force the objectives. They're going to tower dive Thanatos. He flashes to escape with his life flowers, but for how long?
This is crazy, man. Cloud9 had a 2,000 gold lead for a lot of this early game, and LYON, with their Otacon play into their beautiful Soul team fight to follow it up, Sealed, he managed to jump onto Loki and blow him up. He died with the actual Yone ulti still ready to be cast. He never got to use a single spell in that fight. Incredible stuff from LYON, as now they are starting up that Baron. The Ocean Soul is going to make it not a problem whatsoever. Licorice, he's not winning the 1v1 against Thanatos down here in the bottom lane, but he doesn't have to. He just has to keep track of him and be ready to teleport if needed. As C9 squares up and gets ready to try to challenge here for the Baron. Licorice knocked out of the fight here by the Keeper's Verdict as Audieland. Oh, the objective bounty is claimed. It's Loki stealing it away. You gotta be kidding me. Audieland mistimes the smite, and C9 are looking to maybe find an angle back into the game. Now Loki wants the outplay against Saint. Henna shows up in time to guarantee it won't happen, but that is a massive blunder from Audieland and LYON.
Holy moly. Okay, so Ren and Q, but Loki over the back of the pits. Take a look at the split on the damage. Because there is a live, towers going down at the moment, but
it already got rended.
He ulted through.
Oh, wow. Only 30 seconds left until we get that Elder Dragon. Thanatos goes in for the Mega Gnar play onto Audieland. They want to go after the enemy jungler to try to secure the Elder. Meanwhile, they try to use Loki to grab the engage here onto Henna, and LYON's off to the side. Henna's going to be in some trouble, tries to use the cleanse, getting himself away, wants to fight back onto Blabber as the redemption comes down. LYON looking to keep his AD carry alive, but Vulcan jumps in here with a steadfast presence. Sane is already dominating though, and Sven is already down. Both AD carries out of the picture. Loki tries to go soul unbound to get away, but Licorice with the flash over the wall. The Ruthless Predator finds another kill. Blabber and Vulcan trying to escape the Renekton as Thanatos does his best on the back end of the fight, dealing with Audieland and LYONs, who just try to control the C9 top laner. Saint ready to rejoin the fight as Audieland jumps over the wall with Twisted Advance, and Blabber is down. Thanatos and Vulcan on the run. LYON on the hunt. Thanatos tries to escape, but the slice into the stun is ready to lock him up yet again, and Audieland's Twisted Advance chases him down. Sterix Gage will buy more time. Licorice gets a slice and a dice, and it feels so nice. Licorice goes on a rampage. Saint goes for the enemy base, and only Vulcan's left standing.
And that's got to be Elder Dragon for LYON. The Ocean Soul doing so much work, Flowers. They healed over and over and over in the long chase. Even though Henna goes down, LYON will be triumphant. They take the mid tower, they take the Elder Dragon, and Saint's even gonna yoink your red buff.
What a game from LYON. What a series from LYON. I cannot praise this performance.
And decimated the rest of Cloud9 while all that was going on. And with the Ocean Soul, they're able to survive long enough. They go for the chase. Saint wraps around the red buff, so when Blabber tries to chase Licorice a little too far, he just goes back in for the stun. Then Audieland over the wall, Saint from the other side of the jungle, and they're able to get the mega buff that is Elder Dragon.
And we can still Baron again?
Yeah, that's the hope.
Maybe we can steal Baron again.
Maybe we can just steal something again.
That's pretty much it, man, because LYON with the Elder have made their way into the enemy base. That first inhibitor is going to fall in mid lane, and Licorice has the wave ready to push up bottom. Now, at least they don't have Baron, so the wave can be cleared pretty easily. Vulcan, though, caught up a little bit as Audieland tries to provide the CC so they can get the kill. Hostile takeover, forcing the rest of C9 back, and C9 are now staring down the barrel of a 4v5 of an Elder Dragon team for the next 55 seconds. still. LYON have knocked down 2 inhibitors, and they're ready to keep going. Saint has stolen away the Mega Gnar ulti. He slams Thanatos and Sven back into the Nexus itself as Licorice is going to be shredded by the bullet time, and Saint uses the Zhonyas to immune it. LYON continue their push, and C9 have lost their mid laner. The Elder Dragon doing a lot of work as Saint will finally die. LYON have gone too far as their support will now fall as well. Thanatos should be able to pick that one up. No bailout, no way. LYON will crack a couple of inhibitors. They will take a single Nexus turret,
Another one.
but it will cost them so much. Henna wants to try to turn it around onto Thanatos for the Elder Dragon execution, but the Mega Gnar transformation keeps him going. And C9 are now barreling down mid lane. Henna's the only one left alive. Blabber might just be able to kill him, but he can't quite find the damage.
Go Baron.
The damage over time isn't enough. They don't have to steal Baron now because C9 just earned it.
Yeah, they earned it. They defend their base. The remnants there under the Nexus Tower. Flowers. Baron will be their prize. Objective bounty shutdown will further cut down on this gold lead.
Wow.
And Cloud9 still live.
What a game we are getting here in game number 2 of this series. C9 secure the Baron, but at the cost of bottom lane inhibitor, mid lane
And with
inhibitor.
the Baron buff, let's see if they can do it again. Can they defend?
Okay, Vulcan finds a slam onto Audieland, but he immediately jumps in with a twisted advance. Keeper's Verdict, though, launches Audi and Saint right back out. Hostile takeover finds Vulcan, but LYON using some tools here without finding any great advantages. Blabber chasing after Licorice. LYON just trying to continue to scrap as Audieland goes forward. He wanted to find Sven, but he can't quite do it. Now he's drowsy for the redemption, looking to heal him up as LYON is going to get popped by the bullet time. Sven is shredding health bars right now. LYON makes a counterattack, and they'll kill Loki. It's a 1-for-1, and LYON's not done. Into the back line goes Audieland. He wants Vulcan, but he won't find him. Cloud9 just got everybody!
Go Nexus! They've got Baron
Barrel
buff. They've
down
got
mid.
minions.
Go.
Nexus, go for the end! Cloud9 did it again! They defended, and they will storm back over Summoner's Rift to push us to a game. No, wait a second.
Wait, no minions! There they are. There they are. Okay,
minions.
the minions have arrived, but the minions are in the enemy base. C9 should be able to breeze. Okay. All right, I thought we were about to have a FlyQuest Team Liquid moment here for a
Wait,
second.
10 seconds on Lions? What is your faith in just a Renata to be able to defend?
The TP's coming back now. Thanatos cleared the wave, so now he's ready to join. Renata, you have to pull off the most amazing play of all time right now, but it's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game number 3.
Not even close, baby. Wow. The last game was crazy. This one, I definitely do expect way more farming early. Maybe the Jhin and Nautilus can like up the map. So Thanatos absorbs the pressure. Hurts a little bit to lose the minion wave, but your team does get stinky little dragon. Audieland will be on the bottom side again, so Nefiri here probably just going to take another look for it.
Ooh, nice escape there from Henna flashing out as now to the Fury in the bottom lane. Vulcan is already down. Audieland goes in for the reset. Sven absorbs the first hit there with a spell shield. The curtain call fires out. They need that 4th shot to connect. Sven dodges away from it, and Audieland still wants a little bit more damage. The deadly flourish isn't there, but the dog is hungry, and it's another kill over to LYON and Audieland. Loki wanted to snipe down the Nefiri there with a severing bolt, now flashing over the wall to guarantee the kill and the shutdown, so Cloud9 gets one. That's Drake number 2. And it looks like C9's going to decide, all right, we saw the money stick. We don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. So Audieland will pick this one up, tie the Drakes up 1-1.
That's what they say. Carry it down to the tower. Well, Thanatos wants to punish him already.
Yeah, Thanatos immediately jumping in with a Hextech ultimatum, but the Wukong can survive. Licorice using the Cyclone defensively, but now he's got to be careful because Blabber and Vulcan have arrived. Skarner's not going to do a ton of damage, but he can do enough to set it up there for Vulcan, who knocks Licorice up into the air and kills him with the trample damage.
Trampled. Meanwhile, topside though, actually they're going to get 2 charges out of this Rift Herald. They get the one into the secondary turret, cash in, so they sacrifice Licorice on the bottom side, but they put the Rift Herald to very good use, getting a bunch of gold here to swing it a bit back towards the side of LYON. It's instantly answered by Thanatos after they had also Licorice gets a flank angle and the minion wave is into the tower.
Okay, curtain call is open. Sven has already taken a good chunk of damage here as the rest of C9 tries to get out of the curtain call. Topside the 1v1. Saint against Thanatos isn't going to turn into a whole lot as Sven has to try to escape. Licorice looking to make the entry into the back line of Cloud9, but instead the Spiraling Despair catches the Wukong out, and the first kill of the fight. Whoever gets the dragon gets the free boots as well. As Audieland jumps into the pit, he's ready to try to contest it, but he already used Hound's Pursuit, and now he has to jump back over the wall. call as Blabber just swoops on through with the Ishtal impact. Adilan walks up, and it's going to be slain by Blabber. He'll secure the Drake for C9. He'll secure the boots for C9, but he'll give his life to do it. And now LYON want more. Saint going over the wall. He's got Lions right next to him, and it's a double kill for Adilan as they pick up the kill on Loki.
Again, our start of the Otacon with no answers currently from Cloud9. Loki has teleport, so it could be a delayed answer, but you have to get there for the smite now. This is new Otacon. There's no flower bed afterwards. You have to fight early.
They're going for it as LYON are trying to cover, as Adilan has the objective down to half HP, but it's going so slowly. C9 on the approach. LYON backing it up a little bit. Adi's got to be careful here. Surely he's taken a lot of shred from that Otacon so far. He'll take a ton of damage if C9's able to collapse with the curtain call. Chases Vulcan and Van away. Adi chunked down to half HP as Vulcan looks for an entryway into the fight. Saint's got to back up now as well. C9 moving up towards the Otacon that's quickly losing patience. If you're LYON, you want it to reset. It goes right back into the pit. Now recharged about 80% of the HP. Licorice wants the angle, ready to dive in, but Vulcan denies the engage. LYON's surely going to be first to die here as Adilan is locked up inside the Hextech ultimatum. He can't get away just yet. The Boomerang Blade can't find him, and Licorice is still looking for some kind of an angle. Only Lions has died, but it's Adilan who can't get involved in the fight. Licorice's Cyclone doesn't do anything as Loki gets the kill on Saint. Licorice is in the middle of everybody. So close, but so far. Sven takes him down, and LYON have lost 3. Make it 4 as Wade paints a masterpiece, and LYON are wiped off the canvas.
Let that dog do it. All right, take another look at this. Now, it is going to reset, and Saint makes the mistake of re-aggroing it. So Otacon right now, when it's casting spells outside, with the way that game 2 was, okay, here we go though.
Oh, Adilan wants this kill onto Thanatos. The curtain call backing it up. Adi needs a little bit more damage, and he finds it. A nice shutdown there to bring the gold back to even. C9, though, having secured their first Otacon of the series, feeling pretty good about that. Feeling even better about this pick onto Saint, but they don't have the damage. They're not feeling so good after all. Now the follow-up from LYON as Vulcan is about to die here, too. A little bit more should seal the deal on him, and Adilan comes across just to cut off the escape. Blabber barely gets away from a Hexgate, and right when it looked like LYON might have tossed away their chances this game, they immediately strike gold.
Yeah, Cloud9 got the Otacon, so that was a big win there. But LYON come back out after the reset, and they get 3 kills and a Dragon Flowers?
Yeah, they do. This is absolutely crazy as LYON are bringing it right back. They take down the tier 1 turret in the mid lane, so they've got themselves. How this happened, Thanatos gets caught on the recall.
Okay, so Adilan goes in with the Nefiri, as you said, is going to have the backup of the Jhin ult as well. Has to make use of it. Thanatos tries to, they wanted to make a counterplay. We're back to live.
Okay, Thanatos getting caught again. The Nefiri unafraid to just jump in on the Camille. Licorice also using his own ult. They full send it, and Thanatos is just getting caught back to back.
Cloud9, they started to crumble after they had such a successful fight for Otacon. Now they're trying to refocus on towers. They can get mid and top lane here in payment, but LYON, they came alive. Well, they can't finish off mid.
No.
LYON have come alive, though. They got pick after
Get his
pick.
own Void Staff done. The Lord Dominic's regards for Henna allowing that Jhin to hit hard through some of these frontliners. He knows he's probably going to have to shoot through that Skarner to get to the valuable targets, so it might as well hurt.
Yeah, I'd rather shoot everybody up.
And Licorice was looking for a flank on the flank. Neither one of them going to find the opportunity. As Thanatos immediately jumps into the Dragon Pit as LYON decide they're going to go after the Baron instead, but the control ward there stops that plan in its tracks with LYON all up here on this top half of the map. Okay, never mind. They're going right back into it. Audi has started it up. C9 is still over on the Drake, but there's no way LYON can do this fast enough. Their AD carry is Jhin.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think it's all kind of stems from Saint getting chunked out. When the Victor was down at half HP, C9 basically guaranteed that Dragon for themselves.
Oh, nice double pull comes out from Blabber, and that's going to be a huge pick to kill Saint at the very start of the fight. But now Licorice into the back line finds a Cyclone on multiple targets, but it's only his own grave. C9 just completely shut them down. Blabber with an Impale that just might have won the series.
He buffered his ultimate when he saw the hook coming. He sees LYON's hook coming towards his face. He buffers his Skarner ult, so when the Nautilus hooks Skarner in, it's to Blabber's delight. He gets the Dream ult off. He uses the Nautilus hook against him, and Cloud9 will use that to get the Baron.
Perfect use of Impale
Just
by
trying to get bigger item leads for that Dragon Soul fight.
This has been a huge sequence for C9. Blabber's pick on Saint.
He's got
there.
so much of the money for LYON, but we're in a situation like this when the enemy team has Baron, when the carries have scaled this high, it can be hard to find the angles you're looking for. LYON wants to jump in, but a ton of damage right back onto him. Sven's dead. Onivia has found the angle to go after the carries, and Loki's going to try to run now. LYON is still alive, and Thanatos joins the fight. Saint's going to be punished. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Onivia healing up first. He does have his TP to join. You'll see Thanatos making his way over. He might have the angle towards the curtain call here, but the Hex Soul is stolen! The Jhin got it. Hannah with a curtain call
Division,
shot.
they swept out everything, so LYON have to come over and check.
Okay, Blabber and Vulcan going to step out of the brush first. Very tanky front line here for C9. Blabber's got like 5,000 HP. Dredge line from LYON, but it only finds Vulcan. That's not the target they want. That's not the target Blabber wants either. LYON trying to flash away the Spiraling Despair. He does not want that stuck on the rest of the team as Loki's already unstoppable. Nice engaged follow-up there from Vulcan. Hannah's under pressure. Thanatos is after him. There's nobody protecting the Jhin. Sven gets the kill, and LYON are not where they need to be. C9 get the engage. Saint's the next to fall, and Audieland runs into the enemy jungle. He dodges Severing Bolt with a Hound's Pursuit, but Thanatos is ready to hook shot over the wall for an easy kill, and C9 with 4 dead on the enemy team start the victory march down mid lane.
What a series! Cloud9 will do it. They clutched it out so closely in game number 2, and now in game number 3, they're done farming flowers. They're ready for destruction.
C9 are at the finish line, and Licorice will not be able to hold them at bay. Lions respawns, but it's only as Licorice dies. All 5 C9 players still standing strong. The ace yet again. Nobody on Lions gonna respawn in time. It was a battle here on Summoner's Rift, but C9 are still standing.